Hi everyone, welcome to our gentle yoga class. My name is Carol and I'm so happy that you could join me today. You'll need a sturdy chair, comfortable clothes, and some water to stay hydrated. If at any point you feel a movement isn't for you, you can just sit and breathe and we'll catch up with you. We're going to start seated. We're going to move to some standing postures. And then we're going to come back into the chair and do some fun stretches and a nice guided relaxation for you. So let's get started. We're going to go ahead and find a comfortable place in the chair. If you're feeling like you need the support of the back of the chair, please feel free to do so. Otherwise, you can come to the middle of the chair as I am. And we're going to just rub the hands together, create a little warmth. I hope it's beautiful weather where you are. And then we're going to take a nice breath in. And as we exhale, see if you can find one hand to the heart and one hand to the belly. And we'll just take a few breaths here. Very easy breaths. You might breathe in through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. You can think about the aroma of your favorite flower, gardenia or roses, or whatever it may be. Any one of the springtime flowers that we're seeing so much of lately. And with each breath, just notice any sensations. Keeping the shoulders relaxed, and just noticing the belly coming out a bit, and the sides of the body expanding, the chest, the rib cage. Hydrating with beautiful air, every part of the body, oxygenating. Before we start our movement, it's a great thing to take some nice, beautiful breaths to ground with. You can bring the hands to the thighs. And let's just give our thighs a little love tap and wake up the energy in the thighs and the palms. So we're going to take the front of the hands and the back of the hands and just give a little tap here. Get some energy into the hands. Let's go ahead and take those hands and clasp them, and we're going to just reach the clasp out front. We're going to reach it all the way up. Take a breath in, and we'll get a little side stretch here, keeping the chest lifted, working on the side body. And then perhaps looking down, stretching the neck, looking up at the hands if that's available, and then over to the other side, feeling that beautiful stretch. Look down, look up. And as we release the hands, we're going to release them into a diagonal and just stretch one foot out. Beautiful stretch. You can even look up at one hand and look down to further stretch the neck. Let's bring both arms up. Bring that leg in and bring the hands down. Let's do that again on the other side. So we're going to stretch the hands out in front, reach them up, and let's lean over to one side, look down at the ground, look up, over to the other side, look down, and look up. And let's get a diagonal stretch on the other side and bring the opposite foot out. And you can look up at the hand and look down. And then let's just bring that leg in, bring the hands up, and bring those hands to the heart center. All right, let's further work the neck and stretch it out. So we're going to glance over one shoulder. And we're going to look down at the ground. Take a nice big inhale as you look up. Exhaling as you come down. You don't have to force anything, just stretching that neck, the side of the neck. Hear all those little quirky sounds in the neck loosening up. Let's do one more. And bring it back to the center. Let's just take a moment to bring those shoulders up and down. Let's stretch on the other side. So we'll glance over and see what's going on over here. Look down at the ground. As you inhale, look up. Oh, feels so good to stretch the neck down. I hope it does for you too. And let's do one more, down and up. And then just bring everything back to the center. And let's bring those shoulders up again. One more thing just for the neck. We're going to take the nose and just make some circles in one direction, slowly. They can be whatever size works for you. And if it's uncomfortable for you to make circles, if it makes you dizzy, then you can sit and breathe. And we'll be with you in one moment. Making the circles in the other direction. Wonderful. So we're going to do a combination with the hands, arms, and shoulders, and the fingers. We're going to start with the fingers, and then I'll show you the other part and we'll put it together. So let's take the hands and place them palm up. We're going to take the pinky, the fourth, the third finger in all the way to the thumb. Let's take a breath here. And let's bring out the thumb, the pointer, third, fourth, and fifth. Let's do that one more time. So pinky to thumb, and then thumb all the way to the pinky. Let's add the arms. So we're going to bring those fingertips all the way up to the shoulders, lift the elbows up, bring the elbows out to the sides, and then do a little reach here. Let's bring it back. Fingertips to the shoulders. We bring those elbows in and then bring it back down. Let's just do the arms again and add a little rotation in the shoulders if that's comfortable for you. So we bring the hands to the shoulders, elbows come up, elbows come out, and we bring it out and we bring it in. Now I'm going to do that rotation. And here's that rotation and bring it down. Let's go ahead and add the fingers. So we're going to lift the hands up, pinky rolls in towards the thumb, and we hit the shoulder. Here's an additional rotation here, and then we're going to come out with the thumb to the pinky. Let's bring the pinky to thumb all the way up to the shoulders, add that beautiful rotation, and the thumb comes out to those spread hands. Let's do one more. So pinky comes in all the way to the shoulder. Let's lift those elbows up, do that rotation, and stretch it out. And we're going to stay here and just turn the palms down and just do a little reach from side to side, just keeping both sit bones on the chair and just gently checking in. Doesn't matter how fast or slow you do this, and just watch the lower back, just getting a little warm up here. You want to add a little dimension to this. We'll turn one palm up and look over, and then turn the other palm up and flip it back down as we turn the other way. Adding a little dimension here. And let's just bring those hands back to the thighs. We're going to do a little cat and cow here, very simple. So we're going to come to the middle or the front of the chair, sitting up nice and tall. And you're going to just check in and make sure you can see your toes beyond the knees, so you have that nice alignment. And we're going to place the hands flat on the thighs, elbows close to the body. And as we slide the hands back towards the hips, we're going to lift the chin and take a breath. We're going to exhale and round. Bring the chin to the chest. We're going to slide the arms back. Inhale. I like making that ah sound as I exhale. You can do that too. Let's do one more. We're going to inhale, keeping those elbows close together, reaching towards each other, the shoulder blades towards each other too, and a rounding. And let's come on up. We're going to just do a little bit of an arch, a little variation on the cat and cow. Take a nice breath in. And then just cross the hands over. Take a nice breath in. Cross the hands over the other way. And take a nice breath in. And cross the hands over. All right. We're going to move into a goddess flow. I love goddesses. And we are all goddesses. Very different goddesses. So much diversity. So we're going to walk the legs out. Let's just walk them back in again, since I was talking when we did that. And we'll walk them back out. And just bring them as wide as you are comfortable with. Find your sit bones. Sitting up nice and tall. We're going to do a leg-arm combination. So I'm going to show you the feet first. So we're going to lift the heels up and bring them down. We're going to lift the toes up and the whole foot except for the heel and bring it down. We're going to lift the heels up, bring them down, lift the toes up and bring it down. Staying nice and strong here, never holding the breath, but keeping the belly nice and strong. So let's show you the arms. So we're going to bring the arms up to goddess, and we're going to bring the fingers to touch and bring it back down. Then we're going to bring the elbows to touch. You can clasp your hands or keep them in prayer hands and bring it back out. Bring the fingertips up, bring it down. Elbows together and open. Okay, are you ready to put it together? So we're going to lift the heels up, feel the stretch even in the calves, nice and strong, and bring the heels and the arms back down. Let's lift the toes up, bring the elbows together, taking that nice breath in, stretching that back, and open and drop the toes. Heels come up. Heels and arms come down. Toes come up, elbows meet. And let's do one more, and we're just going to hold it for a bit. So the fingertips touch, the heels come off the ground. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 9 and a half, 9 and 3/4. Breathe and bring it down. Okay, toes come off the ground, elbows meet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 and a half, 9 and 1/4, 9 and 9/10. Release. We're going to drop the hands and just come forward. And again, keeping that head above the heart. If you have any issues with your eyes, to keep that pressure from irritating your eyes or harming your eyes. And we're going to just look over one shoulder, bring the opposite shoulder towards the center. We'll inhale, bring this shoulder towards the center, inhale to the center. One more time, getting that stretch in the lower back and the shoulders. Nice job, everyone. And we're going to bring those legs together. We're going to keep the legs a little bit apart, about a foot distance apart. And we're going to do a twist and reach combination here. So we're going to get a little attitude and put one hand on the hip and take the back of the hand and place it right on the inside of the knee. Let's take a nice breath in together, grow a little taller. And as we exhale, we're going to extend down. Maybe you go to the middle of the calf, maybe you go a little bit farther. Doesn't matter, wherever you're comfortable. And then just look over that little twist. Option to bring the arm out. Keep breathing. Option to bring the arm all the way up for that full twist with the leverage of your hand here. Take a deep breath in. Exhale. I'm going to just keep my posture while I look down to make sure my neck doesn't get a little stiff. And let's take one more breath in here. And let's bring everything to the heart center. Let's do the other side. So we get a little attitude here. Take the back of the hand, place it on the inside of the knee. Let's take a nice breath in together. We're going to slide down, maybe toward the mid-calf, maybe a little bit more, that's okay. And then just look over, feel that twist, make sure the lower back is okay. You might stay right there, or you might feel like reaching the arm out, or extending the arm all the way up if that's available. Let's take a nice, beautiful breath in together. I'm going to keep this posture, but as I exhale, I'm going to look down so I don't get my neck all stiff. I'm going to look up one more time. Stretch, stretch, stretching in opposite direction with the hands. One more beautiful breath, and let's come to the center. Let's just lower that neck. And we are ready to do our standing exercises. This is a good time to have a sip of water if you need it. So we're going to go ahead and stand. I'm going to turn my chair to the side so that you can see me, but you can stay right where you are. And the first thing that we're going to do is we're just going to shake it out a little bit. So for this, I can even face you. Just shake out those legs. This is a nice way to just bring the energy to the body and energize from head to toe. And so we're going to find our Tadasana, quite simply, our mountain pose. Okay, so we're going to find our feet very solidly grounded on the floor, the mat, the rug, whatever it is that you have. And we're going to turn our thighs in a little bit. We're going to draw the belly in and up. A sense of lifting while grounding. So we're lifting and grounding at the same time. Sensing a beautiful posture. You might have your fingertips on the chair. You might have them to the side. From here, and again, use the chair as needed, we're going to come up on the toes and back on the heels. And just do this nice little stretch for the feet. It's good for the balance. And keeping a nice sense of strength in the belly. Drawing it towards the spine. We're going to move into an upward dog. So from our mountain pose, we're going to raise one arm up. You might be right here. This is just beautiful. If you would like to add the other arm and you're comfortable with that, you can do so. And you might stay right here. If you're comfortable getting a slight arch in the back, you can do that and just lift the chin a little bit. We never want to hyperextend the chin too much. So just a nice easy lift there. I'm going to take a nice breath here. I'm going to straighten the back, bring one arm down and the other arm down. Let's come up on the toes and back on the heels again. And this time we're going to balance. We're going to keep the back straight, but we're going to come up on the toes. Draw that belly in and up. That's going to give you greater balance, strengthening the core here. Maybe one arm comes here. Maybe it comes here. Maybe both arms come up. Maybe we can bring the hands together, namaste, over the head. Let's take a deep breath in. And wherever you are, let's bring everything down to the ground. We're going to just get the opposite stretch with a downward dog. So start to walk back in the chair and go back as far as you're comfortable. And as you go back, stretching the arms, dropping the belly, and just getting that beautiful stretch. And again, keeping the head where it's comfortable for you. And we're going to alternately walk the dogs, which means we're going to place one heel into the ground and bend the opposite knee. Now I have a neighbor who walks his cat, so I could say walk the cat. And we're just going to get that beautiful stretch in the back of the legs. Let's bring both heels down if that's available. Take a huge breath in, and we're going to gently walk it back. Gently, easily, let the blood rush back to the head, standing in our mountain pose. I hope you feel energized at this point, as I do. We're going to move into a movement called point and flow. So we're going to shift the weight to one leg, and the opposite leg we're going to point toward the front side of the chair, the side of the chair, and the back. And let's come back to the side and the front. Just a little bit of a balance exercise here. And we did that 2 times. We're just going to hold it right here. Feel the stretch in the hip flexor here. Take the opposite arm, reach it up. If you're feeling very comfortable, you can take the hand and place it on the hip. I'm going to bring my hands back to the chair and just point out to the side and the front. So now we're going to do the same thing, except we're going to lift it. So it's really not the same, it's a flow. So you can do a low flow or you can do a high flow. So we're going to take that leg to those same points and make like a half circle towards the front and towards the back. And my foot is not flexed, I'm just keeping it very natural. And I think this is about the 3rd one. This is our peak pose, folks. And you can be here, you can be here, you can be here, or you can do a modified warrior 3 in this manner. Taking a nice breath in. Stretch, stretch, stretch. Let's take one more together. And then bring everything down. Let's just bend those knees. Make some circles with the knees. And go the other way. And let's do this on the other side. So we're going to bring the weight into the support leg, and we're going to get a nice point toward the front side of the chair and bring it to the side and to the back. And just notice any sensations while you're doing this in the lower back. Just bring that point to the appropriate place for you. Maybe it's not all the way behind you. Maybe that's not as comfortable for you as it would be for someone else. So let's bring that point back. We're going to feel that stretch in the hip flexor. I'm going to hold on to the chair with one arm and reach up with the other. If you want more balance, place the hand on the hip and breathe. I'm going to bring everything back. Let's take a moment to stretch it out. And let's get into the flow on this side. So we're going to point the foot to the front side of the chair and lift it up and get that flow. So we're making a half a circle, kind of tracing those points in a flow. You want to raise it higher? You can. This is great for the hips, also for the balance, and flowing movements are wonderful for you. So you might be here, here, or you can lift that leg all the way up for this version of the modified warrior 3. Reach, 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 stretch, stretch, stretch. Let's take a deep breath in together and bring it down. Let's rotate those knees one direction, rotate them the other. And we're going to end our standing sequence with a tree goddess. So we're going to come to the side of the chair, find our mountain pose, and we're going to take the outer leg and we're going to lift the toes and just flip the whole leg out to sort of like a corner of a box or a Charlie Chaplin stance. And let's do that again. So we'll lift it and bring it in. We'll lift the toes, bring the whole leg out. It's just a little practice in the positioning of the leg, and turn it out. You might stay right here for the tree goddess. You might bring that heel to the ankle. You might bring it here or even higher. I'm going to stay right here. And I'm going to bring one arm up for the tree goddess here. And breathe. You want to bring the other arm up, you can. Let's take a nice breath in. Take another one. And then bring the hands to the heart center. And we'll bring it down. Let's do the tree goddess on the other side. So, feet facing forward, and then I'm going to just lift the toes on the outer leg and turn the whole leg out and turn it in again, just to practice turning that entire leg out and in. Let's turn it out. And for this side, I'm going to keep my toes on the ground, turning the thighs away from each other, keeping the hips forward. And I'm going to bring my arm up for goddess here. I'm going to add the other arm. You're welcome to have one hand on the chair, whatever is best for you today. And feeling that beautiful goddess energy, strengthening, empowering. We'll take one more breath together here and bring it to the heart center. All right, we are going to come back into the chair for the third and final segment of our practice. Good time also to take some water if you need. So what we're going to do is we are going to stretch our legs out. And we're going to keep a little space behind us, as if you could put a little ball behind you, and find a comfortable position on the chair a little bit lower if that works for you. Knees are slightly bent. I'm going to hold on to the chair so I can bring my shoulder blades together. And as a matter of fact, we're going to bend both knees fully. We're going to take one leg up, flex the foot, and we're going to do some cycling without a bicycle. So that's 2 to really strengthen the whole leg, especially the quads, the muscles of independence. 4, 5, I think, 6, 7. We're just going to do 8. Do as many as you can. We're going to do 8. We're going to bring that leg up into the chest. Take a nice breath here. And we're just going to do some circles for the hips. So you're circling the knees in one direction, and we'll circle the other direction. We're going to just stretch that leg up. Doesn't matter how far it goes. Stretch it up, stretch it out to the side, across the body, over the forehead a little bit. Take a deep breath and bring it down. Just take a moment here, take a breath. And let's do the other leg. So we're going to cycle without a bicycle. And you want to create a little resistance. So you know that natural peanut butter or almond butter, when you have to stir it, it's very hard to stir. You want to create kind of a movement like that that creates a little resistance so that you can strengthen all those muscles in the leg. I think we're probably at about 8. We're going to bring that leg into the chest. Hold it here for a minute. You can help it out to make some circles. So we'll do 3 or 4 in one direction, and just noticing if there's a difference one side to the other. Breathing. I'm having a great time with all of you today. And you can extend that leg any amount, reach it up, out to the side, cross the body, maybe over the forehead a little bit. Take a breath in and release it down. Okay, we're going to stretch as far as we can. Let's just stretch the body. Arms overhead, wiggle the fingers, feet flat on the ground. Take a deep breath in. And we're going to just very gently come to a comfortable seated position where you feel supported in the chair. Just let the chair support you fully. Find your feet grounded. Let the legs separate a little bit. Soften, soften, soften. Take a deep breath in. And as you exhale it out, just relax and let go. I invite you to have a soft gaze in front of you, lower your gaze, or to close your eyes completely for the next couple of minutes. And when our eyes are closed, we have no age, we have no body shape. We are in fact ageless and timeless. So just take a few moments to be with the essence of you. The beauty of you, the vastness of you. And in fact, we are so much like the universe. Taking a deep breath in and exhaling it out. And just let the breath be effortless like the ocean waves. I'm going to take you through a very brief guided meditation. Our heads are actually round and so much like the heavens above us. Our eyes are like the sun and the moon. Our hair shines like the sparkling stars. And our breath is like the wind. The warm front side of our body is like spring and summer. And the cold, hard back is like fall and winter. Our bones are like the stones, and our skin and muscles like the earth. Our body hair is like a forest. We are so much like the universe, and we are in fact made of the stars. Taking a deep breath in here. Exhale it out. And continue to stay very, very relaxed. Today we stretched, we strengthened, we balanced, we smiled, we used our breath and our beautiful goddess energy. So while you're relaxed, with your eyes closed, find a gentle movement in the fingertips and a tiny movement in the toes. Rub your hands on your thighs. And then just gently bring the hands together as we did in the beginning of the practice and rub the hands together, creating a little heat, a little energy. Take a deep breath in and just bring one hand over the other on your heart. Take a moment to bring to the heart a feeling of gratitude, of being grateful for one thing. Let's take a deep breath in together. And bring the hands to the heart center. And we're going to just come up in the chair a little bit. Bring your back away from the chair. Sitting up nice and tall. Gently open your eyes. Thank you so much for the wonderful practice today. I'm so happy you could join me. Have a great day. Namaste.